Good afternoon, my dear students. Today we are going to start a new topic, Chapter 10 Respiration in Organism. What is called respiration? Did you know what is respiration? You just think about that. What is respiration? Just hold your nose, close the nose for 1 second and continue it maximum how much you can hold your breath. So first of all, you should know what is the difference between breathing and respiration. So in this chapter we will understand what is the difference between breathing and respiration, and what are different types of respiration and how we are respiring. Okay, how we will take the air, how the air is going throughout, and how the air is we are taking air inside and how we are giving it out. So in this chapter we are going to learn about respiration in organisms. Respiration is a long process. So first part of respiration is breathing. We are taking air through our nostrils. That is the first step. Okay, so what is respiration? So we need energy for our day-to-day activities. This energy we are getting through respiration. You have already learned that all organisms are made up of cells, right? The structural and functional unit of an organism are cells, right? So each cell should have energy to do day-to-day activities. So each cell of an organism performs certain functions like nutrition, transport, excretion and reproduction. To performing these functions, the cells need energy. So when we are eating, sleeping or reading, we require energy. Even when we are eating, sleeping or reading, or when we are simply sitting, then also our body processes are going on, different life processes are going on. So every time we need energy. So whatever we are eating, that is glucose. Okay, so while when we are breathing, this glucose will be split by oxygen present in the air and it will release energy. That is known as respiration. Okay, the food has stored energy which is released during respiration. The food, whatever we are eating, it is breaking by the oxygen when we are taking air inside and it will release energy. That process is known as respiration. Okay. So in this slide you can see what is respiration. Respiration is a process in which living cells break down glucose. The glucose we are getting from the food what we are eating, okay, glucose, and release its stored energy in the form of ATP. Okay, so the respiration is necessary for life. Without respiration we cannot live. The organism obtain energy in a process called cellular respiration. So the equation for cellular respiration you can see, that is C6H12O6, that is what glucose. Okay, C6H12O6 is the glucose formula for glucose. It's reacting with oxygen, 6 oxygen, and it will release mainly energy. The byproduct is carbon dioxide and water. Okay, so you can see this is a simple equation. The glucose, when it is reacting with oxygen, oxygen will be present in the air which we are taking inside and we are releasing. After the process, after this chemical reaction, we are getting energy that we are storing in the form of ATP in one of the cell organelle called mitochondria inside the cell. Okay, and we will release what? Carbon dioxide, gas and water. Okay, so this is the formula for respiration. So as I said, due respiration is the breakdown of food, that is glucose, to release energy. So where this will take place, that is taking place in a cell organelle, that is known as the mitochondria. You can see the picture, that mitochondria we can see inside the cell. Okay, so many things are there, like enzymes which control the process of respiration. Okay, so basically you have to keep in mind that we are taking food that is breaking with the help of oxygen, and we will release energy, and in byproduct is carbon dioxide and water. So the air which we are taking through our nose, and after that will reach the lungs, and finally it will reach the cells. Okay, so the respiration take place in the cells of the body. That is known as cellular respiration. Respiration take place in the cell of the body. It is known as cellular respiration. So after taking food, that is glucose, that also will reach in the cell. After digestion and after absorption, that already we studied, after that finally it will reach in the cell. Same time, after the breathing air inside through the nostrils, means nose, it will reach the lungs, and finally that also through the blood it will reach the cell. So in the cell, inside the cell, the glucose will break with the help of oxygen, and it will release energy. So this type of respiration is known as cellular respiration. So in this slide you can see what is breathing. Breathing is the first step in the respiration. We are taking air inside and we are giving out carbon dioxide outside. That is known as breathing. Okay, after that the air will go to the lungs, and from the lungs through the blood it will reach the different cells. Okay, in this picture it is clear. The air is taking through the nose, and after that it is reaching the lungs. Okay, that blue color you can see. After that it finally will reach all the cells in our body. After that this glucose will break with the help of oxygen, and it will release energy. Respiration is divided into two: aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. So in the presence of oxygen, the respiration which need oxygen, that is known as the aerobic respiration. Okay, so in the cell, the food that is contain glucose is broken down into carbon dioxide and water using oxygen, and the breaking down of this glucose occurs with the use of oxygen. It is called aerobic. Okay, in the slide you can see when the food is broken down in the presence of oxygen, it is called aerobic respiration. This is very important. You have to learn the difference between aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration with equation. Okay, in this slide you can see glucose with the use of oxygen is breaking into carbon dioxide, water plus energy. In aerobic respiration, large amount of energy is released. The end product of aerobic respiration are carbon dioxide and water. It occurs in higher organisms like human beings. Whereas anaerobic respiration, sometimes the oxygen will be less, but also some case the organisms have to release energy. Okay, so in the case of one of the example is yeast. When we make alcohol like wine and all, usually we will take the fruits and mix with yeast, a small microorganism that is known as the yeast, and sugar. So what will happen after few days, this glucose which contain sugar and all, it will convert into alcohol. Okay, so that process is happening in the presence of yeast. Okay, so when the food is broken down in the absence of oxygen, in that case oxygen no need. That type of respiration is known as anaerobic respiration. Okay, so when the food is broken down in the absence of oxygen, that is known as the anaerobic respiration. So in this case, when the glucose is breaking down, it will produce alcohol, carbon dioxide plus energy. Okay, so in the case of anaerobic respiration, less amount of energy is released. So in the case of yeast, in the yeast only we can see this anaerobic respiration. So the byproduct of this reaction is ethanol is produced, and in human sometimes maybe you have observed when the sports day or when you are running fastly 2 or 3 times around the ground, you will feel some pain in the muscles, right? And then you may be trying to take more oxygen. that time oxygen will be less. That time you will get pain or muscle cramps in the muscles, in the legs. That is because when there is lack of oxygen, the conversion of glucose to carbon dioxide, water and energy, that process will not take place. Okay, so our body will produce one more thing, that is known as lactic acid. This lactic acid will cause pain in our muscles. So after this running, when we are getting muscle cramps, after we will sit some time in some place, after when we are getting proper breathing, when we are getting enough air which contain oxygen, slowly this pain will go. Okay, so this type of respiration is known as the anaerobic respiration. So two cases you can see in yeast, the conversion of glucose into alcohol, carbon dioxide and energy. Energy is producing. Okay, in both respiration energy will produce. In aerobic respiration the presence of oxygen is there. In anaerobic respiration the oxygen will be absent. Okay, so in the case of human beings, human muscles, especially in the muscles, when we are doing too much work or running, the oxygen, that much oxygen our body will not get. So that time it will try to produce energy. It will produce, definitely it will produce energy. At the same time one more thing will produce, that is known as the lactic acid. Okay, so these are the two examples for anaerobic respiration. It occurs in another case, it occurs in the lower organism like bacteria. Okay, that like yeast, here that Y is missing, yeast and bacteria. So as I said too, our muscle cells can also respire anaerobically, but only for a short time when there is temporary deficiency of oxygen. During heavy exercise, fast running, cycling, walking for many hours or heavy weight lifting, the demand for energy will be high. But the supply of oxygen to produce the energy is limited. Then anaerobic respiration take place in the muscle cells to fulfill the demand of energy. You can see the equation: glucose in muscle, the absence of oxygen, it will release lactic acid plus energy. Okay, so that is why you get muscle cramps after heavy exercise or when you are running too much, maybe too much rounds in the ground and all. The cramps occur when the muscle cells respire anaerobically. The partial breakdown of glucose produces lactic acid. The accumulation of lactic acid causes muscle cramps. So you will get relief from cramps after a hot water bath or a massage. So when we are doing hot water bath or massage, it will improve the blood circulation. As a result, the supply of oxygen to the muscle cell will increase. The increase in the supply of oxygen results in the complete breakdown of lactic acid into carbon dioxide and water. Okay, so this is very important. You have to learn the difference between aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration, and also the anaerobic respiration in the muscle cells in human beings, and why we are getting muscle cramps after a heavy exercise, because of the production of lactic acid along with the energy, with the release of energy. I hope this portion is clear to you.